Frank Ragnow of your Detroit Lions. You are now tuning into the official new hotness, the One Pride podcast presented by ISN. This is your source for all Detroit Lions news, rumors, pre- and post-game day breakdowns. Go Lions.
What's going on, YouTube? And this is your boy, Mr. Micro Mike, and today we are here for the One Pride podcast to give you all your latest Detroit Lions news and rumors, and there is a lot of stuff going on out there, and we are ready to get straight into this bad boy. Before we get into it, we see that Antonio Hightower just joined us. What's going on, Antonio Hightower?
What's up, guys? No, it's me.
Hey, great entrance. What's up,
Kansas City
guys?
Chiefs fan. Me,
okay. Mark Oram, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good, man. It's a Thursday. It's one day closer to the weekend. Let's go, guys. Let's have a show. Let's do it.
Facts. And the Dern, what's going on, buddy? How's it going?
It's going much better since I'm just getting over COVID. I don't know if anyone heard, but I'm back now, feeling better, and I hope everyone's doing well.
And we have the man who has betrayed his team, and that is none other than Troxel Sports Talk from Travis Troxel. What's going on, man?
Red Sea, stand up, because it's about to be a doozy this week.
Yeah, it's not going to be no doozy, man. Come on,
is it legal to hunt
man.
Red Cardinals?
Just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I can't believe
Lucky you protected.
This quick.
Oh, we're allowed to change seeds now with that.
Hey,
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Hey, they are my second favorite team, though. Just an FYI, I did live out in Arizona.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like,
bandwagon.
the reason, no, it ain't even that. The reason it was so quick for me to say 0-16 till proven otherwise is this one fact and one fact only. We are still the same defense. Why? Get better players, you chumps.
Hey, we got to get some better.
Where's offense?
Hey. And folks, we got Dr. Detroit in the building. Jay Schultz, what's going up? Peachy Cole. Eric, the Gridiron Blitz Frog Crop MVP. Dwayne Hogan, Andrew Lunsford. What is going on, folks? And welcome. I see we got 26 in the chat. I have no idea how many thumbs up, but if you ain't hit those thumbs up, you might as well get straight to that bad boy right now. And we just going to get straight into the Detroit Lions news and rumors. And we're going to start with Kenny Golladay, folks. Kenny Golladay looks like he's finally going to make his Detroit Lions debut. Finally, we getting our number one weapon back, because without Kenny Golladay, this offense has looked like garbage. Kind of like KFC offense. The Dern. What do you want to see from Kenny Golladay as he makes his debut for the Detroit Lions?
Well, not only is it going to help us move the ball, but Marvin Jones is finally going to get going again, because when he's the number one, he's just not doing much. And then that should open up more, keep the safety out of the box. It's just more talent to throw to. He's a big, tall dude, strong. It should just open up a heck of a lot more.
Yeah, it's really important for this team to open up and get these guys that have not been making plays. Obviously, like Marvin Jones Jr., he's not been doing a whole lot so far. Antonio Hightower, what do you want to see from Kenny Golladay coming back into this offense?
It's really not even what I want to see about him. I want to see it for everybody else. You know, it's kind of funny this year. Well, actually, the defense I kind of expected, but the offense, that was not expected. The real question is, well, is he going to bring back the deep passing element to our offense? Mm-hmm. Plus, the Cardinals defense is significantly worse than the pass defense of the Bears and the Packers. So we got to see how all that's going to factor in. But I wonder if this is going to make Bevel run the ball more. Actually, he probably won't, because if Green Bay, a struggling run defense, missing his starting nose tackle don't make you run the ball, I don't know what does. But I think it'll open up some more of the deep passing game. Let's see if Stafford can hit him. Stafford's accuracy has been hit or miss. Other than the first 3 quarters of Chicago, after that, the whole Green Bay game and the fourth quarter of the Chicago game, Matthew Stafford hasn't looked that great. So I think he'll open up to more of a passing game, especially with the emergence of TJ. If Bevel can use him better, especially with the emergence of TJ, I think this offense could really get going, which they need, because one of the things about this team was everybody's like, well, the offense is going to have to lead the way. And the offense has kind of just been average.
Yes.
And now you're putting your you're putting your injured, already struggling defense out there against. You keep putting them out there, and then, you get what happened in the Packers game. So I think he might be what we need to get the ball rolling, because also I think at this point with the losing streak, sometimes it's not even about talent. I think at this point it's kind of a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know Stafford was missing when the Lions went through that losing streak last year, but that still affects you. Because they're like, oh yeah, we're on an 11-game losing streak. Even if we were missing Stafford, the players have a lot of pride. The players' pride is, hey, whoever out there, we should win. The players are prideful. Now the fans, we say, look, hey, you and Mrs. Stafford is not. But at this point, especially after the Chicago game, I was just like, at this point, it's kind of, I wonder if it's a mental thing. You haven't produced in the fourth quarter. You choked another fourth quarter lead. So just getting a win would help. I think would help them a lot.
Yeah.
And his offense being productive, and Kenny Golladay and his offense getting it together would also help this team a lot.
No doubt about it. And the betrayer of the Detroit Lions, also known as Travis Troxel, of Troxel Betrayer Sports Talk. What do you got to think? What do you want to see from Kenny Golladay? Because I know you're still a Lions fan, so knock it off with this Cardinals stuff. Knock it off with this Cardinals stuff.
Yeah, we cheat over here.
I still got my jersey.
Yeah,
I still got my jersey.
We call this the bandwagon. But what do you want to see? What do you want to see from betrayer of the Honolulu and blue and silver from Kenny Golladay?
Hey, I don't want to see nothing. I want to see us win. That's all I want to see. Because at the end of the day, everybody's job is based on wins and losses.
Yes.
You lose, you're gone. You win, you stay. If you don't like that, well, then you got to pick a different profession, because football, the game that you love, is not for you.
What I want to see from Kenny Golladay, I want to see him help out to the other weapons. What's going on, Go Lions? Welcome to the chat here. I want to see the other weapons, specifically Marvin Jones Jr. I really want to see him get separation, because we heard all throughout camp of how well he was doing. Obviously, not having Kenny Golladay has been hurting his production, because Danny Amendola has been the one with the most yards per wide receiver. When it comes to weaponry, it's been TJ Hawkinson. And I think with Kenny Golladay back in there, it's going to help at least open the field up a little bit. Kenny Golladay, I want to see him get the play action deep pass. Where has that been? It has been gone. I want to see play action from Matthew Stafford and Darrell Bevel. Get him the football some way, because right now our offense has been looking hot garbage because we can't open anything up. I really want to see it get opened up, because I'm frustrated with this, man. I'm frustrated, and I want to see it open up. It is what it is. It is what it is. And I got travel sports talk, also known as the Trader Sports Talk here, laughing. Due to, for whatever reason.
The chat just make me go just cracking up laughing. Don Burr said Trox looks like that hat squeezed his brain. LOL.
Facts. It does. It definitely does. It looks like Matt Patricia. Looks like Matt Patricia just became the coach of the Arizona Cardinals.
No, please don't. Keep him away from a winning franchise.
Yeah, send him over to the Green Bay Packers. Let's jump to this rumor that Marvin Jones Jr. potentially could get traded. Now, we've been hearing that the Patriots could be a team, Dern, that if Marvin Jones, because there's some rumors going out that he could get traded. What would you think about Marvin Jones getting traded?
Well, I mean, with how things are going, we're already 0-2. So if we hit 0-4, it's statistic wise, it's nearly it's probably below 5% that we'd actually make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And with this coaching staff, besides Bevel, I don't believe in it anyway. So why not get rid of a player and get something for him since he's on his last year of his contract anyway? I don't think we'd get very much. We'd probably get what we got for Golden Tate in maybe a third, but maybe not even that.
I'm just trying to Detroit, Michigan. Hey, welcome, man. I'm gonna throw you in here. Welcome for joining. I haven't seen you in here before. Go Lions says welcome, everybody. Welcome. Appreciate
What's going on? Go Lions.
The only team I can really think of besides New England trading for him is probably the 49ers. They're hurting bad. Maybe the Eagles again, because they're hurting bad for wide receiver help too.
Man, I don't
know. There, he's gonna get injured with their luck.
What do you think about this, Antonio Hightower, Marvin Jones? Do you want to see him get traded?
See, the offense, because this team will probably go as far as the offense can go. Mm-hmm. So if you put in Kenny Golladay, who is slightly better than Marvin Jones, but then you take out Marvin Jones, I mean, I don't think Cephas can take his spot. Nope. And with that third round pick, if we get a third, like, I would love Allen Robinson, but I know the Bears is not trading them to us.
Yeah.
Unless they're stupid. But, they might. They drafted Trubisky.
That's facts.
Got him.
But I don't think beat us.
I don't think Bob Quinn, well, unless he really believes Marvin Jones could be replaced. And I do believe Marvin Jones could be replaced. I don't know Cephas is the guy to replace that production, but if anything, I would have probably loved to see him beat. I actually think he would. I thought he would be traded after this season, but
I don't think he can though because last year of his contract.
Yeah. Either they was gonna bring him back, trade him, or they was gonna let him go. But or trade him before the season when his trade value was a little bit higher. At this point, I don't know if they're gonna trade him. I mean, they might, unless if they believe that his production and what he brings to this team is that replaceable, they could trade him. Because if they believe that if they do that, they must really believe in Cephas, what he brings with DeAndre Swift brings to the passing game. Mm-hmm. Maybe they would believe in his O-line because this O-line has actually been playing a lot better. This actually O-line's been playing pretty good. Jonah Jackson done been playing good. If they can get healthy, but Lions O-line has never been healthy.
Facts. You know what else is facts? There is 40 people in the chat with only 15 thumbs up. What the frick, man? Make sure you Hulk smash that thumbs up button because I need it to happen. It helps bring that content out there. Hulk smash that bad boy. Hulk smash it. If you're mad that the Lions are 0-2, smash that bad boy. If you're a Cardinals fan, then enjoy Trader Sports Talk over here at the top right of the corner. Trucks and Sports Talk. Tell me about Marvin Jones' potential trade. What do you got to say about this? Show some energy.
At this point, trade everybody.
Trade everybody.
Trade everybody. Force them to play young players. Force them to. How do you do that? You get rid of all the veterans.
Veterans.
Get
rid of these veterans. Talk about veterans. There's a rumor going out. Man, he came for a workout. Bashar Shear came in, defensive end, formerly the Patriots.
Woo-hoo.
Came for a workout. My thing is, Antonio Hightower, why would they bring this guy in when you drafted Julian Arquara in the third round? And not play him.
I mean, it's not like the Lions have a list of guys who can get 80 pass rush. It's kind of like Trey Flowers. That's the list. I think at this point, well, first of all, they probably really are skeptical about Julian's leg. He broke his leg. Julian's never been that great in run support, and then him breaking his leg was kind of worse. Apparently, he struggled in training camp. So I think them bringing in Jabal Shear, a veteran, a guy who's played in this system and a guy I think actually could bring something to the team. I actually wanted him to bring him in like last week, but I figured at some point that they was gonna give him a call because I wanted him to bring him in. It makes because I thought he would have did it though, but Julian, I think because of Julian's problems, because Julian could offer some in the pass game, but man, that run. Imagine him in the run game against that Packers. Woo. Actually, I might have been happy about that. Aaron Jones put up some more fantasy points for my team. But
yeah, man, I'm not happy about that.
Oh my God, Darn! What do you think about Jabal Shear and us not playing Julian Okwara? Because I'm going to tell you, man, when I heard this news and you got Okwara, who you drafted the 3rd round, was a healthy scratch, I'm a little ticked off about that.
Right. If you guys remember, right, before the whole season started, when we were talking about free agents, stuff like that, I actually brought up Jabal Sheard. And it's because his ties to Patricia and the lack of depth on our line. And I wanted them to get him before because, in my opinion, he's better than a Romeo Okwara already. But the whole Julian thing, I do not understand it. I thought I heard that rumor that he got benched during the Packers, but apparently he was just a healthy scratch. That's what you were telling me. And I don't understand that. Maybe it is because of his leg. Maybe he's not getting the playbook down. But my main question about Julian Okwara is, we were talking about this before the show, is why they have Christian Jones as your jack linebacker. Why don't you put him there? Isn't that what he was doing in Notre Dame? Was the jack linebacker?
Julian's ability in run support, to be honest with you. Like, when I came to the season, I was thinking, well, maybe they just use Christian Jones as an early down run stopper. That's kind of his strength, and Julian as a 3rd down pass rusher. But clearly they don't believe in him on either side of the ball right now.
Yeah, but he can't be much worse than what Christian Jones is doing.
And Christian Jones been pretty all right. He's been all right.
No. He has been garbage.
What? Christian Jones been solid. He actually played decently well in that Chicago Bears game.
Anyone that says that anyone on this defense,
everybody played bad in the Packers game.
He dudes want to be a starter on any other team. They suck. This defense is trucks.
I thought you were gonna say good.
Why aren't trucks?
Yes, sir.
Why aren't they playing Julian Okwara, but they're thinking of bringing in this guy?
Because they try to be the smartest people in the room, but yet make the dumbest mistakes ever. You draft these people. Aren't you supposed to have faith in the people that you pick? Man. I mean, it doesn't make no sense. That's why, hey, I hope we do some predictions today, because your boy's gonna go and have some fun with some predictions today.
Folks, make sure that you like and subscribe and share this video. When you do that, it helps bring the video out via YouTube algorithm. I'm going against 1.2 billion on YouTube and the legacy media, which is much bigger than me because I am just one guy. So if you could hit that like button, please do so. Subscribe if you haven't done it. And stop laughing, trucks! You're driving me crazy.
I'm reading the chat.
I can't.
I thought he was looking at the Lions record.
When this
that too
is laughing nonstop. My thing is, play the young guys. You did not draft this guy in the 3rd round for him to sit there and pick up a guy who's not on the team that's a veteran. Play the young guys. Let them get on the field. Do it. Just do it. Just like Shiloh LaBeouf says. Do it. Same thing. Mark Oram, what do you think about Julian Okwara? What do you think about Julian Okwara not playing, but they're thinking about bringing Sheard in here?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Why did you even draft this kid? And then it comes out that they're looking for a pass rush from somebody. Like, well, you drafted a kid. That's his specialty. That's what he does. He can get to the quarterback. In the Bears game, the kid played 7 snaps, which is ridiculous in the first place, okay? He plays 7 snaps. He was literally our best pass rusher that game. He got to the quarterback like 3-4 times. He created some pressure. He didn't get a sack or anything like that, but he was on the field when Trey Flowers sack stripped Trubisky. Okay. And then you draft. Okay. You take this kid in the third round. This kid's a second round talent. Easy second round talent. You're looking for a pass rusher and you healthy scratch him. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I'm so sick of this regime, man. I'm so sick of Patricia. I'm sick of his defensive schemes. It's sickening. Arizona's going to drop 50 on us, by the way. 50.
Boom.
Just like
We're not there yet, man.
Ooh, can I offer
Drop
an opinion
that,
now?
Mike.
Folks, do you
I'll put an
guys,
opinion
do you guys want to see Aquara play in this game? Why for yes and for no?
I
Let me
definitely
know.
If you say no, I'm questioning you.
I definitely want to see him play. I see why they probably didn't play him, but I definitely want to see him play.
Yes, play him.
Why? Because they dressed an extra corner? Is that why, Antonio? That's what I'm thinking they did. Is that what they
Here's
did?
my thing. While we saying play the young guys, they've had time to evaluate where his skill set is at for months now.
True.
He didn't look that great in training camp, and even in the Bears game, he had like one pressure on 6 pass rushing snaps, which is pretty. That's not that bad, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Now against the Bears O-line, when Trey Flowers is taking up every other thing, and that's not the most impressive thing in the world. But I think they didn't play him because the Packers. The Packers are a run first team. You're gonna play a significant run. Like a guy who has a significant run liability against a run first team. We already saw what they did against us. What did they put in Julian in the game? Julian, I already think they're concerned about Julian's leg. And I don't know if they think Julian's ability to pass rush is enough to offset his inability to stop the run. Because, first of all, I already think Jabal Sheard is a better player than him. Just to say that. I really like Jabal Sheard. I think if he's healthy, Jabal Sheard could be really, really good if he's healthy. Because
He's a good run stuffer.
Yeah, he's a really run stuffer. He can play the pass. He can play the jack. He can get y'all like Christian Jones. He can get Christian Jones off the field.
Good.
And that's fine. But play the young guy. Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk just dropped a $4.99 super chat. Shout out to you. He says, choose one, fellas. Patricia stays and the ownership goes, or the ownership stays and Patricia gets fired.
What about neither?
How about this? Patricia Quinn. Go! Because I'm tired of 0-4. I don't want to see no 0-4. I'm tired of losing, man.
Hey, you know what I want to see? I want to see ownership go, because guess what? Eventually, then Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn goes after.
But they ain't going anywhere though, bro.
So therefore, I would want to see ownership goes, since that's the biggest hurting of this franchise. We have been rebuilding since they've taken over, and we need new ownerships. One that cares about actual winning football games.
I hear you, bro.
I'm going to jump in.
Sorry, Dern. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, Dern.
I'm going to let you go first, and then I'll talk right after.
I just wanted to say to Trox, yeah, man, ownership got to go, bro, but they're not going anywhere. They've already made it clear that they're never selling the team. It's a hobby to them.
Yeah.
It's a pure hobby to them. They don't care. They don't
tax
care.
write-off.
And it trickles all the way down into into who they hire. They don't even hire people. They get the NFL to hire people.
Yeah.
The NFL literally pushes players, the coaches, and all these executives to the Lions and say, oh, this is who you should hire. And this is who they hire, because they don't know how to hire people. You know what I mean? And they're not going to leave. And they're not leaving anytime soon, man. Not when we're alive anyways.
Folks, we're going to make a transition because it's now we're about to talk about the Detroit Lions versus Arizona Cardinals matchups. And that's going to be exciting. That's what we're going to talk about here. But before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to everybody on the panel. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to know where their channels are, it is in the description. Subscribe. It helps bring out the videos via YouTube algorithm. Travis Troxel will be live in an hour or so to do the Thursday night football game. So make sure you jump on there. Let's transition, because I'm ready to talk about not about the past, but about the future. The Detroit Lions offense versus the Arizona Cardinals defense. This is what I want to talk about for a little bit. Mark Orem, what are matchups you're looking forward to when it comes to Lions offense versus Arizona defense? What is it? You want to look at the offensive line versus defensive line? What is one specific matchup you're paying attention to?
Well, one specific matchup is I want to see Golladay back. That's 100% sure. I want him back in the fold. I think he creates problems. He helps out other guys, obviously, in the system. Like, he's got to open some things up with this team, because it looked like they were really struggling last week versus Green Bay. You start to seeing it now. Personally, I saw it against Green Bay that he was missing Golladay. You could tell he was missing that guy. And I'm looking for Golladay to open some things up for this team. And use Hawkinson more, please.
Yes.
Use him more. Okay, because, man, he is a good football player, man. You can tell that he's gotten better. You can see it in the limited catches he's had. Yeah. He's not getting enough looks. But Galladay's the main thing I really want to see, guys. Him and Hawk. That's who I really want to see.
Antonio Hightower, what is a matchup that you're really paying attention to regarding Lions offense versus Arizona Cardinals defense?
Oh, it's going to be a rematch of the beatdown from last year. Taylor Decker versus Chandler Jones.
Ooh.
Yikes.
And since then, Taylor Decker has looked a lot better. We saw him versus Khalil Mack to look pretty good. Saw him versus Zadarius Smith look pretty solid. Yep. So we're about to see how good he looks versus Christian Jones Chandler Jones this year. Also, Darrell Bevel, whoever our right tackle is, please do not let Chandler Jones go one-on-one with that man all day.
Yeah,
that's one of the matches I'm looking forward to.
You know what? And I tell you what, if Taylor Decker does it again this Sunday, regardless of how the score turns out, we got to give this man his credit because this offensive line has looked really good so far.
They have.
Facts.
I don't care about the score. This offensive line has done well, and we're talking about Dahl's not in there, and we're talking about Vati Vaitai's not in there. So let's give credit where credit's due. Clayton's awesome videos. What's going on? Welcome, Steve-O. Damien Estrada. Welcome, man. I beat you in fantasy, and that felt really good.
Just remember. I got a question. Anybody know we're going to use that tight end we paid a lot of money in this game? You know, Jesse James guy.
Oh, who's that?
You know,
Who's that?
Has 0 targets.
0 targets.
Somebody explain that to me. Now,
I think he's getting used as an inline blocker. I think that they're paying a guy $7 million, $6 million to be a blocker, to be an inline tight end blocker.
This dude is
even on the
6'7".
field.
You can't throw to him in the end zone. TJ Hawkinson went number 8 for a reason. He can play multiple positions. He can play as an inline. He can play off the line. He can play in the slot. He can even play a little bit on the outside.
Yep.
He could play as a fullback / H-back. And you can't find a way to get Jesse James onto the field. You can run a 2 tight end set. You can do that. Especially with Golladay out, it would make more sense to run a 2 tight end set. In that specific situation, especially against if you want to run the ball more, you want to establish the run game.
Yes, sir.
I want to see, are they going to establish Jesse James's game? And what about the run game?
Yeah.
What about that?
They brought it.
James Turner, welcome to the chat. Do you think the Detroit Lions are going to win? Put Y for yes, N for no. Let me see it in the chat. I want my channel to be a forum to where we all can talk and come to and talk to Detroit Lions. So let me know in the comment section. We are watching Dern. What is a matchup you're paying attention to regarding the Detroit Lions offense versus Arizona Cardinal defense?
So last week I was watching, or I read some statistics, and the Cardinals got ran on pretty well. They allowed 5.
Can you do the shout out first, Dern? Can you see that on there? A $20 super chat.
Oh yeah!
Shout out
to James Turner.
Shout out to James Turner.
Shout out to James Turner.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, James.
JT, man, I appreciate you. That's amazing. If you want to become a member of my channel, you can hit that join button and become a member. When you do that, you definitely become a member. And I do videos and live streams actually on the side that no one sees. I do it quite a bit. So if you want to become a member, do that. So continue on, Dern.
So as I was saying, the Cardinals last week allowed an average of 5.1 yards per carry, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I don't think their run defense is nearly as good as what everyone is saying. I think the way we have been running the ball, the way we did it against a better defense than the Chicago Bears, if we actually commit to the darn run, we could actually get a player over 100 yards on this team.
Oh, yes.
Facts.
James Turner.
A lot there, Dern. It sounds a little too easy for us.
That's too easy. Yeah, it's too easy. It makes too much sense, bro.
Man.
James Turner, if you want a question asked, go ahead and throw it in there. When you do a super chat, we will instantly ask it. So any question you want, throw it in there, and we will go on with that. So let's go to the the
Special
Trader
teams?
Sports Talk.
Oh.
And I'm going to ask you, from a Lions perspective, you Cardinal fan right there, what do you think about
boy.
the matchup when it comes to the Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals, offense versus defense?
Well, I'm really looking at the wide receivers because last week, shout out to Noble Sports Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
He told me that the Patrick Peterson got burnt last week. So I want to see if he can get burnt again. And hopefully that can help, Detroit finally get a little rhythm in that passing game, because I was going over the stats. If you haven't checked out the last Detroit Lions video, I did talk 13 minutes on a video, and I was breaking down all their stats in the first two games. And yeah, we do a lot more passing than running, but teams are doing just a little bit more. So hopefully it can get us into an actual rhythm. And having Kenny Golladay back might be able to open up the run a little bit. Now, I'm always a firm believer it's always you run to open up the pass, but we're the Detroit Lions. We do things backwards. We pass to run the football.
You could pass or run the football, but the Lions can't pass. Like the Chiefs could do that, but we're not the Chiefs.
Here's a matchup that I'm really paying attention to, and this is something that I noticed. First off, the Arizona Cardinals, I'm going to give them a lot of credit. They have a really good front seven. I think you guys are going to see that on Sunday. They have a magnificent front seven, and they do get after the quarterback. But we have a great matchup with our offensive line. Our offensive line's doing great. With that said, we have been able to run the football. This is what I want to see. Stay with the run. We can run the football. And they are susceptible to getting ran on. Darrell Bevel, I am pleading to you, stay with the run. The matchup here with the run game for Lions offense versus their defense is exploitable. That is the one weakness I see they got. We have to be consistent and stay with the run consistently through first quarter through fourth quarter. Don't stop running the football. Right now, Adrian Peterson, 6.4 yards a carry. That's great. DeAndre Swift, give these guys the football. Stop taking them off the field. I want to see it run. This is a matchup that we're going to see, and it's a big matchup because this is actually one that we can take advantage of. The issue is we are not consistently running the football, and this is why I have Arizona. Their defense is going to hurt us because we're not going to consistently do this, in my opinion. And it's going to hurt us from my perspective. And I want to see this take place. It is extremely important. We're going to go ahead and now transition the other way around, and we're going to talk about Detroit Lions defense versus Arizona Cardinals. This is going to be a big one.
This is going to be scary.
Hey,
this is worrisome.
Hey,
I might have a heart attack.
This is Mike Tyson versus a toddler.
Hey, shout out to Mark.
Mark, what is the matchup here that you're looking forward to when it comes to Detroit Lions defense versus Arizona Cardinals offense?
What matchup am I looking forward to?
Or paying attention to?
I'm not looking forward to this matchup, man. I'm absolutely petrified of the Arizona Cardinals offense against our defense, man. Who's going to stop DeAndre Hopkins? Who's going to stop Kenyon Drake? Who's going to stop Kyler Murray?
Kenyon Drake ain't nothing special.
Dude, bro, he's going to be special on Sunday.
Facts.
He's going to be special on Sunday, bro. He is. He's a pretty good running back, bro.
Yeah.
He's no Aaron Jones or anything like that, but he is going to destroy this defense, man.
Yes.
I don't even know where to Mike, you asked me a question of what I'm looking forward to, what position, bro, the whole darn thing, bro, the whole thing. Because I see a nightmare. This is a nightmare, I think, man. I honestly think, and I'm not trying to be a jackass here, I think they're dropping 50 on us, man. I think they're going to drop 50 on us, high 40s. This defense will not be able to keep up with that offense, man. They're fast-paced, okay? They're fast-paced. Murray's a beast, okay? They got an absolute, I think, is the best wide receiver in football. bar none, is DeAndre Hopkins. He's the best.
Yeah, he's very good.
In my opinion. Maybe not fantasy-wise or anything like that, but he is the best wide receiver in football. That whole offense scares me, man, against this defense, because I just don't know who's going to step up. Who's going to contain Kyler Murray? Who's going to contain Hopkins? Drake. I just don't see it. I'm petrified for Sunday, man. I'm going to be watching this game, just shaking my head, man, because I don't know where the defensive studs are coming from. I don't know where the stops are coming from, guys. I don't.
Big G in TX, probably Texas. Welcome. Believe the hype. James Turner. Welcome. I see you, Christopher Green. Welcome to the chat.
That's my boy, man. That's one of my best friends.
In 11 minutes, we are going to you. Actually, in 9 minutes, sorry, we are going to you for questions. It's the mailbag segment where you ask us any question. Hashtag Lions, and we will get your question answered. Hashtag Lions. In 9 minutes, we will go to you. So make sure that you do that as well. Folks, we got 41 in the chat. Let's get those thumbs up.
Mike.
Yes.
Mike Tyson punch out?
Yes.
Okay.
And Antonio Hightower, what is a matchup are you looking forward to regarding Detroit Lions defense versus Arizona Cardinals washing their hands offense back there?
So it would have been our secondary versus their wide receiver core, but we're missing two of our corners, so I'm feeling a little less confident in them. But another thing I want to talk about, first of all, that pass rush versus that Arizona Cardinals offensive line.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is not good. It's significantly worse than the Packers, and it's significantly worse than the Bears. It's going to be the worst offensive line we probably face all year.
Yeah.
It's not really about Trey Flowers, because I've seen what Trey Flowers can do. This is Deshaun's hands chance to get going.
Yeah.
This is Nick Williams if he's healthy, because if Nick Williams isn't healthy, that's going to hurt us a lot too. But this is Deshaun Hand's chance to get going, because that interior, that Cardinals offensive line isn't that great. Right. I don't know how much they're going to run the ball this year. I know they like to run a lot of that raid offense with the 5 wide. Yeah. So I don't even know if we're going to see a lot of Danny Shelton this game. So Deshaun Hand I want to see what he does. How does Trey Flowers really look? Because I think this is probably going to be the worst left tackle he goes against so far. So the Cardinals might do a lot of chipping, might start double teaming him. So I think the other guys are really going to matter more. Are we going to see Julian? Because are we going to see Julian? Do they trust that his leg? Matter of fact, because this is another thing, you got to keep Kyler Murray in the pocket. Do they think Julian can do that and not mess up and widen out too far or go inside too far and let Kyler Murray get inside the pocket? Because if they don't, he might not play. But Deshaun Hand, this is Deshaun Hand's chance to get it going. This is our chance to see really Trey Flowers. The pass rush, that is a huge matchup I want to see. I wanted to see the secondary, and I was pretty all right with the secondary. Then I heard Trufant was going to be out, and I was like, dang, again. Because even coming to this year, I was like, well, as long as I'll be okay with losing a Trufant or a Justin Coleman. I didn't want to lose both, though, because I feel like we have guys in place who can replace one of them, but I don't know if we have the guys in place to replace both of them consistently. So I think
welcome Combat Sack. Cards took that W. We have a Cardinals fan in here. Awesome. I appreciate. I invited all Cardinals fans in here to
I heard
to give their opinion. Folks, if you have not hit that notification button, smash the notification button. Why? Because on Sunday I am doing a live watch party, Detroit Lions versus the Arizona Cardinals. It's going to be great fun. Enjoy it. I will do play-by-play and analyze specifically what takes place. Dern, what is a matchup that you're looking forward to? Lions defense versus Arizona Cardinal offense.
Go Red Sea.
Get about a year.
Jeez.
What I'm looking forward to
Look at you, Trucks.
You traitor.
Can Matt Patricia do what he did last year to them? Can he put those blitzes back in order just to rattle Kyler Murray? Because our defense was dominating them last year before we stopped blitzing. When we were just constantly going at them, not taking our fettle off the foot feed, we were just rattling him. And until we went into a prevent, that's when Kyler Murray went off last year. When when we were not rattling him. So I'm looking for us to blitz more. I want Collins to get in there again. I want Davis to get in there. That one play Davis did last week when he smacked Jones, I jumped in the air. He needs to do that more often.
Facts.
Travis Troxel of Arizona Cardinals, Troxel Sports Talk. What is a matchup that you're looking forward to regarding the Detroit Lions defense versus apparently your Arizona Cardinals offense?
Well, they better hope that they got some cement in their pants because trying to get through that offensive line to get to Kyler Murray, good luck, because this team, they don't rush the passer all that well. They actually went, instead of 3, they are now putting out 4.
Yeah.
But nobody's getting home.
But like Antonio said, though, man, their offensive line isn't as strong, so they should be able to exploit that a little bit, right, Trox?
No.
Nah. I know.
I think they'll be able to split it. The question is, will they be able to keep Kyler Murray
to.
in the pocket is really the question.
They're not going to be able to contain Kyler Murray in the pocket. He's going to dance all over them and make us look silly. I mean,
like he did well against the 49ers. Against that D-line, right?
Absolutely. So, you're talking about a healthy San Francisco 49ers.
I don't think the D-line is actually that great anymore, to be honest with you. Losing to Forrest Buckner is a huge loss.
True.
Let's talk about this when it comes to a matchup that I'm paying attention to. And this is going to be – it could be Desmond Trufant. It looks like he possibly could play versus DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I heard he was out.
Well,
that's what I saw.
Well, whoever is going to be our number 1 cornerback, Amani Oruwariye, Jeff Okudah, or Desmond Trufant, because we don't know until obviously regarding his injury, it's probably till game time.
Yeah.
How are they going to cover this guy? How are they going to cover this guy?
No, you can't.
Because we do not have a defensive line pressure to get on the quarterback, so they need to come up with a great defensive game plan to able to cover DeAndre Hopkins. Are they going to actually cover 2? Are they going to do this instead of doing man? Because in my opinion, this guy is going to get his, but we got to negate the injury by at least stopping him to just 100 because he's going to get his. So the game plan here is, how are they going to cover this guy? What are they going to do? I am very curious to see, because we do a lot of man here. Who's going to be the guy? I don't want Okudah to do it.
They can't play man against him. You can't.
But that's what we do.
You have to try to bracket him somehow.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely giving Okudah time. I'm not mad at all. So you got to give this guy time.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about who is going to step up and slow this man down. Who is going to slow this guy down? What is the game plan going for that? Are they going to actually double cover him? Will they do that?
I think they might, especially with Christian Kirk being out and Larry Fitzgerald not being that guy anymore.
He's still Larry Legend.
Yeah, but the legend part is gone for now. He's Larry right now. But I actually think they might double cover him. They might shift safety coverage towards his side and just force the other guys. Like, hey, you guys, y'all try to beat us. That's what they might try to do. I know Roberts is filled in pretty well. Okudah struggled just like all the rookies did, because a lot of people don't want to talk about how Derek Brown, the guy apparently some people wanted, he's been struggling pretty badly too. Y'all boy Isaiah Simmons, how good he looking out there. I didn't
Simmons not looking good.
Starter.
You're right,
Folks,
brother.
It is
but when he got in there, he hasn't looked well either.
It is your time to ask us the question. This is the mailbag segment. Let's hear it. Do #Lions, or if you're a Cardinal fan, #Cards. We're no problem answering your question. If you want to have a specific matchup that you may not know about, do #Lions or #Cards. Show me your team pride. You can ask us individually or us as a whole. We will get straight to it. This is my favorite segment of the week. We love going to you.
Hold on. I got one thing to say. This one is to Tone. Hey, Tone, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Now, you said Larry is just Larry. The legend is gone.
Yep.
Last year, he had 8 receptions, 113 yards, averaged 14.1 yards per catch, and had a touchdown. He always destroys us every single time. Even in a win, a Detroit Lions win, he still destroys us. You got to.
Who is he matched up against?
It doesn't matter. Who do we
That
have
boy
to
Agnew.
guard him? Who do we have to guard him? We
I think
ain't
a lot
got
of our
nobody.
recruiters can guard
We
him.
ain't got
I don't think
nobody.
he's that good enough to worry about guarding, especially with Agnew gone. Man, that was
Trust me. Hey, he is about to feast, folks. Larry Legend is about to feast. DeAndre Hopkins is going to feast.
There's nobody we can trust.
Kenyon
All right,
Drake
guys.
is going to feast.
I feel you, but we got to get to the mailbag segment here. And let's see. He says, I want Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn gone. He says, #Cardinals. Okay, we'll do this as a question. Let me ask you, Dern, do you want Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia gone?
Yes. Just simple yes.
Yes. How about you, Antonio Hightower?
If you can find a good replacement, yes.
Ooh, okay. How about you, Travis Troxel?
Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye.
What's going on with you, Mark?
Oh man, I want him. I want him gone, man. I didn't even want those guys going on the plane, man. After that Green Bay game, gone.
Christopher Green says, "What will it take to turn this team around this year to make the playoffs?"
Ooh,
a miracle.
It's gonna
actually have a lot of opinions on this one.
It's gonna need some sacrifices by a fire and a dance.
And
I think we're gonna have
a goat.
And and a goat.
Man.
You're gonna have to have a lot go right. This defense has got to turn around. In all honesty, if you want to go to the next level, this defensive line's got to turn it up. They got to be able
make
to get
the playoffs. Ooh, that's a toughie.
You have to do that.
I thought it said be better, make the playoffs. Ooh.
I know, make the playoffs, man. We're gonna have to score 70.
I have a list for that, which is understandable, but it could happen. I gotta see how they look in these next two games.
Nathan Bush says #Lions. He says no questions, just facts. Absolutely. If you want your question answered, do #Lions or #Cardinals. We will get that into you there. What will it take to make the playoffs, Mark? What will it take?
What will it take for the Lions to make the playoffs?
Yes.
It's gonna take for this team to score 60 points a game. That's because I do not trust this defense. I don't trust the defense at all, guys. It has to come down to this offense being the hero again. It has to, because we can't do it. We don't have the right personnel on this defense to stop anybody. The scheme sucks. It's a horrible, horrible scheme. It's set up for failure. Because I honestly think we have some good players on defense. I think the scheme is so bad that their shortcomings just come out big time. They fail. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a good scheme. So now everybody wants Stafford to be the hero again, and he can't do it by himself. You just can't be just one dimensional and just do it. You have to have you have to have help from your D, and we're getting no help. So yeah, the only way we make the playoffs is if we score 50 to 60 points a game, and that's not happening.
From Combat Sack, he says, what does a rebuild look like? Who goes, who stays, and who do we bring in, Dern?
So if you want to know what a rebuild looks like, just look at our team for the past how many years now? We've been rebuilding constantly. But for this time, a rebuild is starting over at quarterback. I'm sorry to say, whatever coach comes in here is going to start over at quarterback. I don't care who it is. I'm not the biggest fan of David Shaw, like a lot of people are. I've seen some interest or some rumors that it could be Bieniemy from the Chiefs.
Yeah. That's who I want.
Robert Salah from the 49ers. Which
no.
Is David Shaw the guy from Stanford? Who's David Shaw again?
I think so.
Stanford.
Yeah. I think we should hit up PJ Fleck from Minnesota.
Ooh, that's
he's not leaving Minnesota.
He probably won't. No,
guarantee it.
Jim Caldwell from the bench.
No, please.
Give me Caldwell back. Give me Caldwell back.
Bring back Wayne Fonts, man. Bring back Wayne Fonts.
Folks,
wake him up.
Folks, we have 55 in the chat with only 38 thumbs up. Let's get to 50 thumbs up. Let's get to 50. We can do that. No doubt about it. I believe that we can. Yes, we can. Hashtag Lions from Believe the Hype. He says, let me get it. If this season is a fail, do we say A to good Matthew Stafford? Oh, wow. That's a good one.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, you kind of
have
to. He's too old, and at this point, trade value is going to start going down.
Yep.
And he's not the QB of the future, so you got to get somebody else in there.
Right.
Hopefully we can get the first overall pick.
Yeah. What worries me about, exactly, Antonio. What worries me about that is if the next guy you bring in, it's just going to be the same old song and dance, guys. It's good. Personally, I think it'll be the same song and dance. You're going to bring in a good quarterback that you probably should win with, but your defense is so trash that you can't win. You only win a few games here and there, get a couple comeback wins, and if it's Trevor Lawrence, okay, but if it's anybody after that, man,
you see, that's where I think
anybody else
to get a defensive guy. Our offense is actually pretty decent. We have the offensive line to work with a new quarterback. We need a better head coach that has a defensive mind, in my opinion, and that's why I like Robert Saleh.
Yeah,
sure, I want a guy who's I want a good defensive coordinator though.
Yeah, he's really good. He built that defensive line.
Hey, whoa. I give that credit to Chris Kurek. I give him all the credit for that defensive line. And all them top 10 picks they picked. Because anybody don't know who Chris Kurek is. He used to be for the Lions, that bounced front seven we had 2014. That's the guy.
That was him, yeah.
That was him.
You're right, man. That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Christopher Green says, how long would you give Okudah to come into his own? Folks, we need to be patient with a young cornerback. It takes some time. And in my opinion, you may have to wait a year to start to see him come into his own. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that.
Get better by year, every game.
He's got to get better game by game. He's got to get better.
To come into his own, he'll get better game by game. But to come into his own, it's going to take some time, guys.
Absolutely. It just sucks. It just sucks watching other guys, though. Other guys like CJ Henderson. Watch him tonight. That kid is a baller, man.
Right here. Okay. There's a difference between the two. They have a good front seven that rushes the quarterback. We don't. He's put on an island and expected he's going to be Slay right away.
No, I know.
Last year.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Henderson should have been the pick or nothing. I love the Okudah pick. I'm just saying it just sucks seeing other guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Be so much better because, man, Okudah against Green Bay, watching him, he looked like he was petrified out there. Right? He looked petrified. Like I know he was going up against Devontae Adams, man, but man, he just looked scared. It was weird, man. It was a weird thing. What's that?
What happened with him when he wasn't guarding Devontae Freeman or Devontae Adams in the second half? I mean, he was struggling.
He's struggling.
He's a rookie.
He's a rookie, though. He's a rookie.
Absolutely.
Cornerback, one of the hardest positions to learn as a rookie.
It's even harder when you ain't got a front seven.
It's even harder on him. Yeah, it's even harder on him.
Plus, when you're playing against Aaron Rodgers, man, that was a setup.
And then now he's got to go against DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
After that, he might have to go against Mike Thomas.
Yeah. Well,
folks,
is he back?
Dwayne Hogan says, hashtag ISN. Do we lose by 20 or 30 Sunday? I don't know about losing by 30. I don't even know about losing by 20. That's a big margin. I have my record prediction, and while we're here, let's do record predictions for this because that's a good way to transition for this question. I have the Lions losing 23-37. What about you, Travis?
I got them losing 34-17. Minimum.
Okay.
Cardinals will win.
What about you, Dern?
You guys are just calling for the blowout. I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. I think we lose in Lions fashion like we did kind of like last year and against the Bears. I think we lose 26-24.
Oh, wait, but Dern, last year we tied them after being up 18 points.
Right. That's why we lose in Lions fashion. They come back and win.
A week and a half ago, we were up by 17 and lost the game. What to say you, Antonio Hightower? What is your prediction for the score?
I'm going to go with Lions win 31-28.
Whoa! Whoa! Wait! Wow!
Damn.
Didn't expect that one. That was a. It was
Hey,
a
hold
moment
on.
of one of those in there because I didn't.
Hey, Tone.
Why you always lying?
Oh,
Hey, Lions lose or win, it don't hurt me. Lions win, Lions fan. Lions lose, I got Kyler Murray on both my fantasy teams.
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy. I got
man.
him on one.
What about you, Mark? What's your prediction? Your score prediction?
My score prediction?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 47-28 Cardinals.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a 40 burger.
Let's go.
I'm sorry, man.
almost a
I'm sorry. I just
50
don't. I don't see how we're going to stop them. I just don't see how we're going to stop that offense. I think they're going to have a field day, and they're going to be laughing on the sidelines at us. I just have that feeling. It's a bad feeling to have. Sorry.
Wow, folks, I see we got 50 in the chat. Let's get 50 thumbs up. Come on, we can do it. We're at 38 right now. Also, if you want your question answered, just do hashtag Lions or hashtag Cards if you're a Cards fan. That's perfectly fine. And if you have not subscribe to all of our channels. Their info is in the description. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rex says hashtag Lions. How can we contain Murray? Well,
Bill Murray?
What's that?
Who? Bill Murray?
Yes.
I don't think we could even contain him.
We probably couldn't, bro.
Got him. Bill Murray. Well, I think we're going to.
I'm sorry, guys.
What are
I'm
we
sorry.
doing? Ghostbusters over here? Come on, man.
Hey, we're about to see some ghosts after this thumping we're about to take.
Oh, my God.
Look at Ghostbusters. Hell yeah.
To contain Kyler Murray. This is the problem with the Lions defense is the middle. The middle is get exposed so easily. These linebackers, they need to stay in their position and not play out of it. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's in theory what you're going to have to do.
How do we contain Murray? Keep him on the sideline.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
facts.
Run the football.
That's the only way.
Vern, what
Antonio,
say
you're
you,
right.
man? What say you?
I don't really have thought on this at the moment. To contain Murray, I think we got to blitz like we did last year. We got to go after him.
Yes. Hashtag Lions Keens. What's y'all thoughts on the Bears possibly trading for Snacks, and what do y'all think would be a good trade for him?
Isn't Snacks a free agent?
Snacks is a free agent, so you're not going to be able to trade anything. And if they traded something to his family, that would be something I guess your GM may do. I mean,
guarantee you, he ain't
they did
Trubisky.
pass on Mahomes. They did pass on Lamar Jackson, but no, he's a free agent, bro.
Yeah, Snacks is actually talking with the Seattle Seahawks.
For real?
I think so. I think that's what the news article said today. I know he was talking with somebody.
Believe the Hype says, hashtag Lions, do we get rid of Matt Stafford if it's a fail this year, like trade him to some good picks or something? In my opinion, I know a lot of people will be mad. I'm a huge Stafford fan, but if this year's a fail, I would attempt to try to trade him. Maybe to a team like the Denver Broncos.
You kind of have to trade him at this.
Yeah, because if we're going to suck, there's some quarterbacks out there like a Trevor Lawrence that you could get in this draft.
Lance.
Yep,
Lance. You got Justin Fields out there.
Don't go after OSU quarterback. They never
like
prospered.
Fields? Well, you don't like Fields?
No, I mean they just never prosper in the NFL. Yeah. I mean, look at Haskins. He's struggling.
He's struggling.
He's just, he just got a great wide receiver, and
he doesn't have a lot of weapons in Washington, though, bro. There's not a lot of
weapons.
Got McLaurin.
He got drafted by a coach that didn't want him. Then they put no weapons around him. They said that man a failure.
Yeah,
for sure, bro.
Eric says, is Stafford pass happy, and is this why we aren't running the ball? I don't know why. I cannot explain to you why we're not running the football, because their offensive line are opening up holes. We do have lanes, and the running backs besides Kerryon Johnson is effective. They are effective in the run game. We've seen it. I don't know why. This is the biggest mind F that's been going on in my head for the past 2 weeks. Why are we not running the football?
Yeah. And this
Dern,
is
also, can somebody tell me why we have TJ Hawkinson trying to run block against Khalil Mack and Zadarius Smith?
I don't know, bro.
Dern.
I don't know.
Yep.
Dern, why are we not running the football?
because our defense keeps allowing so many points, and so we have to pass to get back into it.
Mm.
I mean, we had double-digit leads versus both teams, and then when we let them come back, we had to start passing again.
But I
Well,
think the problem is even before it got to that point, they still went away from the run.
They did go away from it.
Yeah, that's what got them back in the game.
Yes, they got away from it.
In fact, when they started passing in, is when they started messing. They started throwing interceptions, throwing big interceptions. Do a pick six this game. Do an interception got them in the field goal range in the last game. So
Makuda's not a bust. This idea that he's a bust, you got to give him time. And
he's
Isaiah
not a bust.
Simmons
He's not a bust.
Is not on the field a lot either right now. He
hasn't done nothing.
I didn't know you can call a player a bust 1 game into their career.
Exactly, you can't do
it.
You
have to give him time. Lions should trade for Johnson. Lions should trade Johnson to a team for a defensive end. Kerryon Johnson, I'll trade him for a bag of potato chips. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man.
You're not getting nothing for him. You're not getting.
You're not. I'll take a conditional 7th round pick.
Box of almond joys.
Hey,
you're not getting nothing for Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah, Kerryon's good, but his injury history ain't no team trading for that injury history.
No one's trading.
You'd be lucky to get a 6th round pick. You'd be lucky.
You
probably wouldn't even get that.
Yeah, you need an actual trade package.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the package.
He's going to be the package, folks. We got 54 in the chat, 42 thumbs up. I want to hit 50. I gotta hit 50. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Let's get to 50. You got a question? Hashtag Lions or hashtag Cardinals. Cards took that W. Give me a question, man. Is there a matchup you're curious about? Is there a player you may be worried about that you may not know about of the Detroit Lions? Let us know. Nathan Bush, buddy from school, let me know. And hashtag Stafford. I think he's saying he wants Stafford on this team. Look, I want to win regardless. Yeah. But if we don't win, it's hard for me to say to keep Stafford on this team if we do go a 2 wins or a 1-win season.
Only way I see Stafford staying is if they drop the QB and they keep him as a mentor.
Yeah.
Well, if the ship completely sinks and we go 0-4, 0-5, you have to trade him, eh? You have to trade him. You can't wait another year. You can't wait until he gets hurt in week 8 or week 9, just in case he does get hurt. If we go 0-4, 0-5, you seriously have to consider trading him. And I'm the biggest Stafford supporter on here. You guys know that, man.
Yeah, I am too.
I love him.
The real question is, what team is going to trade for him?
I'm just saying you'd have to figure it out, man. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel you, Antonio. I do. I feel you. Who would trade for him at that point, right? Who would? But you seriously have to consider doing it or just throw it out there.
Look at New Orleans after what's going to happen after Drew Brees. They can use a Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. They have, I forgot they don't have no cap space. I forgot about New Orleans.
We got a great question from Cards Took the W. It says hashtag Cardinals as he's a Cardinals fan. I am worried about anyone lined up against our corners, particularly Pat Peterson. I'm going to give you a little bit of I'm going to ease your pain a little bit here. I don't know what is going on, but I think that when it comes to our wide receiver game, it has not been explosive so far throughout the first 2 games. Now, may I mind, Kenny Golladay has not been here, but our top receiver is Danny Amendola with 103 yards in sad. 2 games. 103 yards.
That's sad.
Marvin Jones Jr. has 23 yards last game. TJ Hawkinson has the most receptions right now. TJ, our tight end. I would not be too worried, honestly, about the wide receiver core. If I were you, I would be more worried about TJ Hawkinson. I think he's the biggest mismatch. He has been doing very good. He is 9 for 9. He has not dropped a pass. He's been extremely effective in the middle.
He looks good. He looks good.
He looks very good. I would not worry unless Kenny Golladay is a full-time go, but he's coming back from a hamstring injury. And my thought process, just thinking, is he'll probably be on a snap count. He's not going to be a full-time. So I can understand your fear, but with your front 7, I would probably put a little more focus on TJ Hawkinson than the wide receivers themselves.
They can actually line up Isaiah Simmons on him.
They could do that.
could
True,
possibly
true.
Well,
neutralize.
it'll be Simmons and maybe a little bit of Buda Baker too, man. That guy.
Buda
Oh,
Baker's a monster.
Yeah,
17
Buda
tackles.
Baker,
I would love Buda Baker on TJ Hawkinson. Oh, he would dominate.
Think so?
17
TJ would
tackles,
dominate.
3 assisted.
I don't know, bro.
With a total
Maybe.
of
I
20.
don't
Buda
know.
Baker's was
Hey,
as
Buda's
best as a
about to
slot
put-
corner, but for some reason,
Hey.
the Cardinals moved it to
Monster.
free safety.
all
Yeah.
I know is you better put some respect on Buda Baker. That
Yeah.
dude's a monster.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
really good in run support. He's good in coverage, but he was his best as a slot receiver. I don't know why they moved him to free safety. He was his best as a slot receiver. That's what he was coming out of. Slot corner. That's what he
Slot
was coming out
corner.
of college.
Yeah.
He was a safety slot corner hybrid, kind of like what we did with Quandre Diggs. I don't know why they moved him to free safety.
He put on a little
'Cause-
size, maybe put on some size. I don't know. Like, who knows, right?
Christopher Green
Not
says,
sure.
why haven't we signed Kenny Golladay yet? I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe they don't sign him.
I don't think they want to sign him.
I don't
Honestly,
think that
I
could
got
be.
a feeling. I got a feeling that there's something going on there.
Yeah.
That he wants $18+ million a year, right?
Pay him that.
I
I would
No.
pay it quick, fast, and
don't know.
I'm
I-
not.
you know
would
what? I
pay
love
that.
Golladay trucks. I love him, but I'm not sure if I'd want to pay him that much money. man.
Especially for a guy who's not a top 15 receiver.
He is definitely a top 15 receiver.
Let's be honest here. If he comes back and our
definitely is.
offense starts blowing up, then Kenny Golladay is a lot better than we give him credit for. Because this offense has been desolate regarding the wide receiver position the first 2 games. These guys are not getting separation. These guys are not getting open. We are missing Kenny Galladay on this field.
I mean,
Oh,
but the
well,
Lions
Mr.
have
Nicholas-
never had separation, though.
Yeah,
They
don't-
lead the league in contested catches for a reason. And even when he does blow up this game, like this is going to be significantly, this defense is significantly worse than the Bears and the Packers. I would expect the offense
For sure.
to blow up this game because they've looked below average in
They
both
can
of the
get-
last games.
This front seven's very good.
They can get to the
Front seven's very
quarterback
good.
though.
I mean,
Antonio.
they
can
have-
get to the quarterback though. That's one thing they do very
A
well.
little
Is that
bit. They
they
got
get
Chandler
to the
Jones.
quarterback. He hasn't done nothing. Chandler Jones
Yeah.
this year. He really hasn't done nothing. Go look at his numbers, man. They're not
Yeah,
very
but-
good. His coming out party, I hope, is not
Hey,
this
wait.
Sunday.
It's
You know
gonna
what I
be
mean?
this Sunday.
But
It's
the
gonna
rest of
come.
their-
Trust
yeah,
and believe.
I'm just saying the rest of their D line and their linebackers, they can actually get to the quarterback, man. That's the one strength they do have. Bro, look it up, dude. They got sacks.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
They do.
Actually, I don't view sacks as
No, I'm just saying.
you
I'm
know,
just saying, man.
Look
I'm
at
just
the
especially when you
saying.
numbers.
play against the Washington Redskins, who might they up there with the worst
bro,
D-line.
I
in the
know,
NFL.
I'm just saying.
We got-
Just saying. That's one
we
thing
got-
they do well.
Folks, we got 41 or 61 in the chat with 47 thumbs up. Let's get those
Let's get
thumbs
those
up to
thumbs
50.
up.
We're so close.
Ooh,
So close.
Devon Kennard reunion.
Devon Kennard, that's right. He's back on that team. Yeah.
Yep.
that's great.
And he's
Hashtag
playing
Cardinals.
at home.
He probably has a sack.
He's
Yeah.
gonna have a sack.
Does he?
I
course
guarantee
he
he's
does.
gonna have at least 1 sack.
Of course he does. Well, how many do we have?
We have I
One?
think we only have 2 sacks. It
We have two?
was it was Trey Flowers had a sack last week, and it was also Jamie Collins had a sack.
Jamie Collins did have a sack. You're right, man. It's Flowers. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that one. Wow.
Hashtag
2.
Cardinals. I'm not worried about tight ends.
2.
Like I was in years past, Campbell has been
Ah.
playing really good in coverage on tight ends. It's going
Yeah.
to be a good matchup to watch. Watch him versus TJ Hawkinson. I give the edge to TJ. He's been really, really good. And I think that that's something you guys will see this Sunday for sure from a Arizona perspective. Let's see.
Yeah.
How he came over time. He's one of my favorite wide receivers. Chiefs use speed. Chandler is the second in the league in quarterback hits. What are you talking about?
Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. Chandler Jones is a monster. We're not saying he's not a monster. Just that his numbers right now aren't very good for the last 2
I think
games.
their whole team, their whole front seven is a monster.
I think they're a solid front 7 too.
I mean, they got
very are. They are.
Zach
They are.
Allen. Zach Allen.
You gotta do one
I
at a
like
time,
him coming out of
folks.
college.
One at a
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Talking over each other, guys.
Oh,
Hashtag
sorry.
Lions here. What are the top GM and head coach candidates for the Lions? I actually did a video, or the video was done that on my channel just the other day. So make sure you watch that out. But Mark, what say you, man? What is a candidate you would like for them to look at?
For top GM? And
Yeah,
head coach?
or head coach.
Head coach, I like Eric Bieniemy from the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I really like to see someone like that come in and just, you know what I mean? He's a guy that knows his football from inside and out, man. And a GM, I like Louis Riddick from the guy in the booth, man, from the Monday Night Crew. I like that guy, man. He's a football mind. I love listening to him talk about football, and I think he'd be a good opportunity. Like, give him an opportunity just to do something with a young team, because you're probably going to get a young coach. So we're not going to get we're not getting established guys to come here. We're going to get guys that are fresh, young, hot, the hot candidate. You know what I mean? So I like Louis Riddick or someone like Eric Bieniemy as the head coach. That's who I like.
What about you,
man.
Dern? What say you, man?
I haven't done too much or looked into too much for the GM spot. I would always like to see like a Peyton Manning be GM. I don't think he would ever do it, but you know how the 49ers turned it around with Lynch, and who was the other one that turned it around that was a former player? It's at the tip of my tongue, but anyway.
John Elway?
Yeah, he kind of turned that around a little bit, but isn't there one more? But there's for the coach, Bieniemy would be pretty good because we would be picking a quarterback right away, and he could just instantly just teach him the ways because he is one of the best offensive coordinators in the game. But then again, at the same time, I kind of want a defensive guy again because our defense is so bad.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do? Do you want to teach your quarterback really well, or do you want to make your defense better? I'm torn.
Well,
Nathan says, is there a deadline for signing Golladay? No, I've not heard that. Sign Golladay would be interesting in signing Allen Robinson or Odell Beckham.
They are both
yes
better.
And no, but they're going to be we're not going to have a chance with that. Who's your dark horse for the NFC and AFC? We'll make this our last question for the night. Dark horse for the NFC, Arizona Cardinals. I think they're a dark horse team, and that's not just blowing smoke. I truly do. AFC, how about the Buffalo Bills?
Yeah,
they're doing a really good job. What say you, Travis?
I'm going to definitely take the Arizona Cardinals, and I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, we all thought that they were supposed to stink. No, seriously. We all thought that they were supposed to stink.
I mean,
why are they winning football games? Like,
it doesn't tank.
I had them as my dark horse before the season started, so I didn't say that.
Oh
well,
man,
I guess a good credit.
I mean, they were getting rid of everybody. It was a dumpster fire. It was all that, and they're starting to win football games with really not a lot of talent. So it's like, if they could keep this up, I don't know if it's going to be realistic they keep it up, but you know, man, that team is shocking a lot of teams, you know, because Jacksonville's they've been playing. They came to play.
What about you,
They
Mark?
play tough.
Yeah.
And the NFC, man, I like the Rams. I think the Rams, man, they're showing some grit out there, man. That was a pretty good win against the Cowboys. In the AFC, the Bills, like you said, man, I really like the Bills. I really like what they're doing. They've only played Miami and the Jets, so I can't get too insane about it, but I kind of got a little soft spot for the Bills because my parents lived there years ago, and I was born in Kenmore, New York, so I've always had a little soft spot for the Bills. So, and I like the way they're playing. So that's who I got, guys.
Folks,
Rams and the Bills.
It is time to wrap the show up because we have been on for an hour and a half, and it is time to give our final words. I'm going to give my final words. Throw it to Antonio Hightower first. What do you got to say to the folks so we close it out?
It's been nice coming on here with you guys today. Oh, and if the Lions win on Sunday, I better be giving me tons of credit because I did actually call them to be 1-3. But yeah, it was fun talking to you guys today. Kenny Golladay is not a top 15 receiver. Don't give him $18 million a year.
And Dern, what do you got to say while we close this bad boy out?
I want to do something really controversial really quick. The whole Stafford thing, Dak has not been re-signed yet. He wants too much money. Look at the Cowboys to be a dark horse for that. Anyway,
I've been calling that for a while. Good call.
Right. It's always fantastic to talk with you guys. I'm finally getting over my sickness, and I needed something like this to happen, and I really appreciate you guys very much.
Hey, it's all about it,
Awesome,
man.
Dern.
Adios,
Get better,
bro.
buddy. Get better.
Absolutely.
Mark
get
Oram
better.
from Orem's Forum. What do you got to say when we close this bad boy out?
Hey, man, thanks for having me, guys. It was a little crazy, a little emotional. We were getting on each other a little bit, yelling over each other. I thought it was a good show, though, guys. We need a miracle on Sunday. Man, let's hope Eric Hippel's available.
All right, bro.
See
Adios.
you guys.
What do you got to say, Troxel Sports Talk from the Arizona Cardinals?
Well, I will be live streaming tonight's Thursday night football game. That starts at 8:20, and hopefully you guys could be over there. And hey, let's go Red Sea. This is Troxel Sports Talk. Have a nice day, and I'm out. Peace.
Out. I appreciate everyone for joining in. It was absolutely humbling. Again, people showing out even though we're 0-2. I appreciate the Cardinals fans in here. You guys are awesome. I cannot wait for Sunday. It's going to be a fun game regardless. Make sure you're there for my live stream. With that said, folks, I will see you.